Hello and welcome everyone. Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from a nice, clear and sunny and warm Tucson, Arizona. Welcome. This is a Memorial Day Monday. We actually have plans this evening. We are going to go over to a barbecue at a couple of our friends' house. So I have decided to do this live, not so live video for you guys today. I have some really super cute cards to share with you. All about Father's Day is what today's theme was going to be. So I've got some great cards to share with you. Also, we've got the winner of last week's cards. So this is my first week of doing the exclusive YouTube. So this will be posted up for you guys over on Facebook. Like I said, I had planned on doing a YouTube live for this first week, but we have plans. So this is pre-recorded for you guys, which is fine and dandy. It's still going to give you the same content. So yeah, so we are going to have fun with some Father's Day cards today. I hope you guys enjoy this. Watching here from YouTube, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. I will be doing this exclusively from YouTube from today forward. Normally I will be doing the YouTube lives, so you guys can come in here. The way to get entered to the card drawings and my giveaways for the weekly cards that I make and for that extra share special that I like to give away, you guys just need to simply like, comment, and share my video. Now, this being YouTube, I do not see names of who share or like my video. So when you simply hit that little thumbs up for me and you share my video, make sure in the comments below that you comment that you have liked and shared my video. That way I can get you entered into the weekly giveaways. So that being said, we are going to go ahead and move forward. So let me make sure I have all my bits and pieces. So today being coming up with the Father's Day theme, I have done things a little bit different for this video. I am actually going to be using a couple of different sets that we have right now that are more on the masculine side. So I'm going to be using the trusty tools. I'm also bringing in some of the images from the Adventurous Skies and the Beside Me. So as you can see, these are all kind of masculine themed. I'm also going to be bringing in the Trusty Tools dies. And then the rest will just be the stamp sets. So we're going to have lots of fun with some different creative cards. I'm also going to be using the Nested Essentials dies for one of the little sentiment pieces that I'm going to be using. So there are a couple of specials that we have going on right now that I need to make sure you guys are aware of, because this is going to be ending on May 31st. So it is the perfect time to join my team. We are the Pink Barn Stamper Chicks, and we have a fabulous time on my team. I want you guys to know that this is a starter kit special. So normally our kits, you get to pick $125 worth of product of your choice. You get to pick whatever you want from any of our current catalogs or our online exclusives and pay only $99. So that is still the same right now. But on top of that, they are going to give you an $82 value, including the in colors, the new in colors that have just come out for 2024. So you're going to get the 5 ink pads. You're going to get a pack of all 5 of our in color cardstock. You're also going to get a pack of that designer series paper. of the 2024-2026 in color design with that new print on it. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys can look back at some of my videos. I've used this paper. Love it. And then you're also going to get a pack of the Stampin' Right markers, which comes with all 5 of the colors as well. You're also going to get some business supplies. You're going to get free shipping on top of that. You're also going to get a paper pumpkin so you can see what that's all about. So yeah, so this is a really, really awesome value. Even if you never do anything with being a demonstrator or a discount shopper, that is another thing that I need to mention. You are going to get a discount on all your future orders from then on because you will be ordering from yourself. And you'll get a discount for that. So there's really no wrong way to go with this new starter kit. So if you're interested, you can email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com if you have any questions. Otherwise, you would just go to shopdannygarola.com, and on the little column, it's going to say join, and you can read all about what there is that Stampin' Up! Is going to offer you. But just know that when you join my team, there is so much more than just what the offering is for Stampin' Up! So you can read more about this over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, and just go to the promotions over on the right-hand side under categories and scroll down until you find the starter kit special. Right now, we are also in the June Life is Sweet paper pumpkin. This is celebrate the sweet things in life with textured artistic cards. You're going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. You're going to get some iridescent glimmer sentiments and pre-cut paper pieces, vellum accents, iridescent pearls, and linen thread. This month we have our add-on that was with the quarter, and that is the Thanks and Beyond Dies edition. This you can purchase right in my store. So to find out more about that, you would simply go to shopdannygarola.com and you can type in up at the search Thanks and Beyond. Otherwise, you would subscribe to my paper pumpkin. There is a link on any one of my blog posts over on my blog. You can go straight to the paper pumpkin website and sign up right underneath me. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our giveaways for last week. So I kept the theme last week. We used the Beach Day bundle, and I went more of that silhouette theme for the cards that I had created. So for this first card, for liking last week's video, I did that floating circle technique and then used the black for the silhouette. It says, wishing you a beautiful day on the inside, sending sunshine your way. And this is going to be going to Miss Linda Hunt for liking last week's video. So Linda, this is going to be coming your way. The second card that I did, I used that new in color, which is the Summer Splash. This one is going to go to Miss Denise Wager for commenting on last week's video. So Denise Wager, this is going to be coming your way. I did that Summer Splash with a little bit of that masking technique using the one of our older masking decorative masks that we have. You could also use one of the new background stamps as well. That would work. And then again, just kept it very simple with that silhouette using the black. So Denise, that is coming to you. And then this last card, we used the little lifeguard station here and did that really neat background paper from the Thoughtful Journeys Designer Series paper. And then I used some pumpkin pie and some lemon lolly to create that little circle in the sunset. It says, wishing you a beautiful day. And then it says, sending sunshine your way. I'm also going to be sending you a package of the Gilded Gems. Now, this is going to Miss Linda Jackmistel. So, Linda, this is going to be coming your way. Thank you so much for sharing my video. It truly helps me so much. All right, you guys. Let's get to today's cards. So these are the cards that we are going to be creating today for Father's Day. Very, very cute cards. Love them all. So to get my kit for this week, it's going to look a little bit something like this. It's going to come with 3 envelopes. I do tuck all 3 of the contents for each card into each individual envelope, so you can have your items be all sorted by card. I think that just helps people out than having to try to dig through a bunch of scraps that would be just kind of willy-nilly in an envelope and not know what it is. So we are going to get started. So the way you can earn this kit from me this week, right here. Now you can make a purchase of $35 or more. Your purchase does need to be, or your order does need to be placed with me by June 1st at midnight. That is a Saturday. Please use my host code here. That is what is going to guarantee you getting this kit from me, is by placing a $35 or more order, and you must use my May host code in order to get this weekly kit, which is all about our beautiful Father's Day cards that you're not going to want to miss out on. So for our first card, I have brought in the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Now this has so many neutral colors to it. Absolutely love this Designer Series paper. I have this little sampler to just kind of show you both sides of the paper that I'm using. And then this I put here so I know when I look at this, I can see all the colors that are going to coordinate with my paper. So we are using Country Woods for this card. I have used the base, which is Misty Moonlight. This is 8.5 by 5.5. You will find all the dimensions to these cards over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. All right, my next piece that I need, I have a piece of white. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So you're going to see that it's just going to show just a small little margin of my card base. Now with this, I am using the Beside Me. I love the little dad images with their kiddos. Just really, really cute stamp set. But I'm going to use this one where he is teaching the little one how to ride a bike. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm starting to have a hot flash. So I'm going to turn my fan on. I know it makes a horrendous noise, but I need that on. I'm going to grab my Memento pad for this. And I'm going to ink that up. Now I'm not going to go to the very bottom of this. I'm going to go up just a skosh because I'm going to run my sentiment across the bottom here, but I do want it further over towards my right hand side. Okay, just like so. Now my other piece here is the same size as this. This is going to go on the inside of my card. Then I have a bunch of little scraps here that I'm going to be using. So I have this scrap here. Now this is just using a bunch of the different paper from this paper pack. I'm going to come in with this one next. What is that one? Then I need this Misty, this piece of wood, and then this lighter one. So as you can see, it has that really cool wood grain look to it. These other two pieces I will be using in just a minute. I'm gonna just set these aside the way that they are. I just wanted to line them up and show you guys the patterns that I've chose. And they they all, excuse me, they all vary in different sizes. This one being the 3/4 of an inch. So they're just between 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1/4 inch. They're just whatever scraps that you can just zip off your paper. All right, I'm going to go ahead and color these, this little image. So I'm going to use my pecan pie. This is my light. And this I'm going to come in and just do the hair. Okay, like so. Then I'm going to take the dark and bring the dark in on some of these little shadowing marks of his head. Okay, that's all I need of my pecan. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the pants and the little boy's shirt, and I'm using Misty Moonlight for that. So using my light Misty Moonlight, I'm just going to come in here and color the jeans, or what I'm going to consider as being jeans. So I would love to hear what you guys have planned today for Memorial Day. Is there anything special that you guys do? Do you go to the cemetery and see a loved one? Do you have a barbecue and invite a bunch of people over? What is it that you do to celebrate? And it's kind of hard because I hate saying celebrate because it's not really something that I guess you celebrate, but there have been very many men and women who have served this country, and you know, they have fought for our freedom and have either, you know, passed on because of their services, or you know, because they were one who fought and lived to be, you know, their ripe old age. And you know, it's just one of those things. But we celebrate them for being brave to give us our freedom. Okay, so there are the jeans, and I matched the little boy's t-shirt to match that, and that was in Misty Moonlight. I'm going to come in with Pool Party. Pool Party, I'm going to use my light first. And I'm just going to do the little boy's hat here, or helmet, I guess it might be. Then I'm going to do the dark just kind of around there to give it a little bit of shadowing. Okay, I'm going to use Crumb Cake for the little boy's shorts. So using my light. And then the dark. Okay, I'm going to use my light basic black. And I'm going to do the handlebars, the wheels, or tires, I guess. Oops, I should have kept that crumb cake out. I needed to do the ground. Do the little seat here. I think that's good. Maybe I'll just do a little part of the petals. I think that's good. And then I'm gonna grab that crumb cake again, and I'm just gonna use the light crumb cake. And I'm just going to just add a little bit of shadowing to the ground here, so it doesn't look like they're standing on nothing. Then using both my SU 800 and my SU 700 for my skin tones. I need to see which one is. Okay, so I'm going to use my SU 800 first. Just color in the arms, the legs, the dad's face here. Don't forget the little boy's arms. Okay, then I'm going to grab the SU 700 and just kind of come in here and add some of that shadowing to where I think the shadow would be on the skin. And then take this again and just kind of blend over that. Like so. And then we are going to do the dad's shirt using Smoky Slate. So using my light Smoky Slate. And it is a little bit warm today. What did I see that it was as far as temperature wise? I think it said that we were up in like 95 degrees already. So we will definitely be going over to my friend's house when it is later in the afternoon, where it's not so dog awfully hot like it is at the moment. Okay, so there is my cute little colored in image. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scraps here and I'm just going to just tear off the length that I want that to be. Take this brown one, tear it about right there. Then my next one. Kind of just gives that rugged look, I think. And then our little last one here. It's going to go just like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this down. I do have a white piece. I believe this is, let me see before I say. Yep, that is 3/8 inch. So we are going to stamp our sentiment. Now I am bringing in the sentiment. Where's it at? I'm going to use the Happy Father's Day from Trusty Tools. And I'm going to stamp that on this little strip here using Misty Moonlight. I'm just going to center that the best I can. Give that time to marinate into that paper and then pull that off. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at, I believe, 1/2 inch will work. And because I colored the little boy's hat in the pool party, that is why I'm bringing this color in. And then I will lay this on top of that just to give a little pop of that color that we kind of brought out in that hat. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/8 since that is the width of my paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this straight on here. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere all my little strips. This is a great way to use up little scraps that you might have thrown in your paper packs. And you can do this with so many different stamped images, so much of our different papers. Oh, so this last week, we went to my friend, which, I mean, she's pretty much a sister to me. And so I consider her kids my niece and nephew. And so they had their daughter's gender reveal since she is pregnant with a little one. And it was so cute. The baby dad, he did a arrow and shot it into a balloon to reveal the color of the confetti of what they were going to be having. So there was like, they when you walked into the party, they had these little stickers that you had to put on your shirt that said either you were team boy or you were team girl. And I have been feeling that this baby is a boy. And so I immediately went and grabbed my little boy sticker, and I was kind of looking around, and there was a lot of, you know, people feeling both ways. And, you know, and so when he shot the arrow into the balloon and it popped blue, oh my gosh, it was just so cool because the family has a lot of girls. So to have a little grandson coming for them, I'm so excited. And yeah, it's just so fun. Now I was like, okay, cool. Now I get to go shopping. Yay, me. I love baby clothes shopping and all the things baby. It's just kind of a really fun time. And oh my gosh, the clothes that they have out are just so stinking cute for little boys. So I was like, and you know, the funny thing, because I felt so strongly about this being a little boy, that the other day we were out shopping, me and my mom were out shopping, and I almost actually bought a little boy outfit because it was so stinking cute. And then I was going to bring it to the baby reveal or gender reveal. And I thought, well, no, that might be kind of, you know, a little bit hokey if I do something like that. And so I told the mother-to-be, I was like, you know, I said, I was feeling so strongly about that I was going to be getting a, you were going to be having a little boy, that I almost actually, I had it in my hand and I was going to go buy it. But then I thought, no, that might be a little bit, you know, cliche or whatever you want to call it if I bring this little boy outfit to your gender reveal and then you have a little girl, and I mean, either way. But I was like, you know, I was feeling so strongly about it. And she just kind of laughed and she goes, we've all been feeling very strongly about it. So it was just cute that she was feeling the same way. And she'd even said, she goes, I've even had dreams that this is definitely a boy. And so I said, I go, well, then you know what? Mama's intuition. You know when you know. And so it was really kind of cute. She was like, nope. She goes, that would have obviously worked out perfect. And I go, yeah, but what if it wouldn't have been? That would be kind of, you know, I don't know. So they have set up a date for the baby shower. So yeah, I have plenty of time to go shopping. Okay, so I just took a little 1/2-inch strip here to put on the inside to kind of carry this same color over to the inside. Now I think the sentiment that I want to put on the inside, grateful for you all year long, that might be cute. But looking at these little birds, I don't know what my deal is with birds. Like even last week on my cards, I had to add birds to everything. I think we need birds. I just think we do. This card would not be complete without little birds. So we're gonna do it. Perfect. Yep. We definitely needed the birds. So let me grab the sentiment. I'm grateful for you all year long. And I'm going to stamp this in Misty Moonlight. Right, like so. And then I am going to take some birds and put those birds right there beside that. Perfect. Okay, this is gonna go on the inside of our card here. Just like that. So there is my first Father's Day card in this series. Isn't that cute? I just love how these scraps really worked so well with the colors that we have going on over here. I think any father would be, you know, just ecstatic to get a card that looks like that. So there is card number 1. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way. And we will get out all of my scraps and stuff that we need for card number 2. Let me clean this off. Okay, card number 2, I'm going to be using the paper. This is called Take to the Sky. And this paper coordinates with the Adventurous Sky stamps and the Adventurous Sky dies. I will not be using the dies for this particular set today, but I did want to show those to you, that there is a coordinating die that goes with this. But this paper has some really fun, like if you know anybody who is into flying or aviation or anything like that, this is really cool for that. You've got the skies up here with the gray background. You've got 2 different colors here that has the planes on it. You've got the more realistic looking planes through the clouds. Then you've got some more of your, almost like that mapping going on. Now, you might notice that there are two blank piece areas up there. Now, it also comes with this really fun paper right here that has, you know, if you want to just cut this out, this could be your background paper. Same with these little images here, that you could cut those out and use that just as your focal point. Then you've got these tags down here. So I couldn't really like cut through it to put it on as a sampler because that would kind of serve no purpose. And then the back side again has kind of a map of the planes flying to different continents and areas. And then you've got the little what's it called? Not symbol. Oh my gosh, I just lost what that's called. Compass, maybe? So yeah, some really fun colors in here. You've got your blues, you've got the green and the copper clay. So very masculine in color tones. So for this card, I'm going to be using, my base is Basic White Thick, 11 by 4 1/4. Then I've got a copper clay, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Then a piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then my piece of designer series paper, which I'm bringing in the more realistic looking planes in the clouds. This is 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. Then I have a scrap piece of white and a scrap piece of my copper clay. I'm going to be using the Nested Essentials dies for this card, and I have my Baker's Twine Essential Pack that I'm going to be using also. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this card. Also, I'm going to be putting on some of the, oh my goodness, I just had it here. Maybe it fell out. Oh, it did fall out. That's why I couldn't find it. These actually go with the Sweet Collection for the Lily Pond, but I love this color right here. It has that same tone, the gray granite in it. So I'm going to be using that on this card as well. Those are called the Adhesive Back Dappled Dots. So let's go ahead and start adhering this. So I'm simply going to take my white piece here and adhere that to my copper clay, like that. Then my piece of designer series paper is going to go right on the left side here, watching the same amount of margin as I have with my other two. And then that is going to go right down on my card base. Like that. Then with my two smaller little rounded rectangles here, I'm going to use my copper clay, cut out the big one, the bigger of the two, and then the white is going to go with the smaller of the two. Die cut those out. When I do, I'm going to come out with that one for the copper clay and this one for the little white one. Okay, we're going to be doing some stamping on this. Okay, so now with my Adventurous Skies, I'm going to be grabbing this cloud here. Okay, just like that. And I am going to grab my boho blue. And I need just a little scrap of paper here. I'm going to stamp that off once and then stamp on this little white piece here. I'm just going to go kind of down here towards the bottom like that. And then up over here a third time, stamping it off over onto the side. So this was the first generation, second, and then third as far as stamping. I never touched the stamp pad again. I only inked up once, stamped off once, then on once here, and then the second time here, and then the third time here. So it just goes very quickly like that, and then you kind of get the different tones and deepness of that color. Now I'm going to grab the copper clay, and then I want the flying by to say hi. And it does not want to come off of there, but we're going to make it happen. Okay, and copper clay. We're going to stamp this right in the center there. Just like that. And because that copper clay is deep, it's going to be able to be seen over top of that boho blue. Okay, I'm going to give that just a couple seconds to seep into that paper and dry so I don't come stick my grubby hands on it and get any kind of smearing going on. I don't want to smudge anything. I can go ahead and get my other stamps mounted while I'm waiting for that. So I'm going to use this big cloud here. This is for my inside of my card. And then we're gonna do the sentiment that says, "You're the best," plain and simple. Pun intended. Okay, set both those aside. Okay, I'm going to adhere this right to my little copper clay. Like so. I'm going to grab my baker's twine here, and I'm going to go with this gray granite baker's twine, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Pull that just like so. And then I'm going to cut off the ends here. Just make sure that's pretty symmetrical there. Okay. And before I go to place this down, I'm going to put this right like that. So what I want to do is grab one of my glue dots, if I can find it, put the glue dot, I'm just going to place it right like that, and then I'm going to put my bow right on top of it like so. Then you can kind of finesse your bow how you want it. And then on here, I'm going to grab my dimensionals and pop up each side. And then when I go to put this on here, my bows will be sticking out of the sides of that. Then I'm watching the side over here to make sure I have that even. And there we go, just like that. Then you can kind of just pull those around how you want them. This is where I'm going to be bringing in, these are those adhesive back dappled dots. Let me grab my take your pick. I'm gonna grab the smaller one here and put it right over here. And then another small, and then a large, just like that. And then it kind of grabs the grays out of the parts of the plain. Just kind of brings all those colors together with that. And then we're gonna flip this open. We're gonna stamp in the inside of this. So I'm gonna need my scrap paper and my boho blue again. And I'm going to ink that up. Stamp off once, stamp off twice, and then I'm going to go in for a third time right in the center. Okay, and then stamp off once, and then there, stamp off once again, and come in down here, just like that. Okay. Now with copper clay, just like we did on the front side, I'm going to ink this up. You are the best, plain and simple, and stamp that right over top of that center set of clouds. Beautiful. Okay. And there is card number 2. Isn't that fun? Oh, I think that is just so cute. Plain and simple. Flying by to say hi. Isn't that awesome? Those colors are just so fantastic together. Loving it. Okay, so that was card number 2 in this series. And let me get some of my clutter taken care of. As you can see, I'm not at the desk that I'm normally at over at my mom's house. I'm at home doing this. I have to remember what stamps go on here. There we go. All right, the next one, I am going to be using the trusty tools. Now this, I'm going to be using the whole bundle. This is the stamp set, has some wonderful tools in there. Then you've also got the matching tools that you can stamp. You can build a electric screwdriver. There is the little board that would hold your tools that you would use the little hanger and hang your tools on there. You've got the paintbrush piece. So much awesomeness in this set. I've seen some of the cutest cards created using this. This is kind of one of those must-have sets. I think it is adorable. I can really picture a scrapbook page being used with this. I know, being a mom of a son, there were so many cute pictures that I have of him as a little one out helping his dad in the garage when you know, my husband was out building things. So I might have to pull out some of those photos and make a scrapbook page using this. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna get started with this card. Okay, so for this one, I have a piece of black cardstock. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's going to be my base. Then I have a piece that's going to go on this. This is 4 by 5 1/4. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that piece that I was saying that we would use. But first, I almost forgot. I'm going to stamp "You're the Most Awesome." Oh, geez Louise, come on. "You are the most awesome." We're going to do that in black. Make sure we really get that inked up good. We want a good impression of that. I just stuck my finger in it. So we're going to do this right up top here. Give that some time to marinate into that paper. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to take this die that has all these little pokey holes in it, and we're going to place that underneath it just like that. Get that as even as we can. I'm going to run that through the die machine. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss. All those little white pieces out of there. Okay, well, I'm going to show you guys. You kind of got to tap these and get these out, or we do have a piece. I can't find mine. I have searched. It's got to still be packed in one of my boxes. Once we get the barn, I will be bringing all my crafting supplies out to that. But there is a tool that goes on this, and it has a little wheel on it, and it has these little bristles that all you do is you run it across here. Otherwise, you just take the pokey end and you stab that out like so. Okay, and you come out with all this confetti that you can confetti bomb somebody. Just don't let it be me. Confetti bombs can be fun. I've actually confetti bombed somebody else, and this is why I say don't do it to me, because I've done it to others, and they opened up their card in their car and confetti went everywhere. It was kind of funny, but not. They weren't very happy about it. So, okay, this is now going to get adhered on here, but actually not yet. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going off on my confetti tangent. All right, so I have a piece of scrap white here. This is my basic white. I am actually going to be doing some stamping on this. So I'm going to take my paintbrush, and then my paintbrush handle I'm going to need as well. I'm going to use Pebbled Path. And then my other 3 colors that I'm going to bring in is my Real Red, my Azure Afternoon, and my Granny Apple Green. So very bright, vibrant, primary colors. So I'm going to take my paintbrush here, ink up the whole paintbrush. I'm just going to stamp it once there, again there, and then again right there. Okay, then my handle, put the lid on this. I also need the little stamped image. It is pretty much the like paint that would be sitting on the brush. We're going to be using that for that. My pebbled path is going to come next. I'm going to stamp the brush. The handle here. Okay, just like that. That was using Pebbled Path. Now with my colors here, using Granny Apple Green, I'm going to do this towards the end of the brush. And then Azure Afternoon. Got to clean it off between inking it up. Okay, and then I'm going to grab Real Red. Okay, just like so. Okay, so now all of my brushes are ready to go. Now, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm going to grab the word Dad. Now this is all one word. I'm going to mount that up just like so. Move my brushes out of the way because I am going to have to die cut those. But on my white piece here, and then I need a, where did my, oh, there it is. I'm just going to use a Post-it for some of this. So as you can see, I have the word Dad. So I am going to do my Granny Apple Green first, but I'm just going to line my D up where it avoids the A because I can see that that can be done easily here. And I don't have to cover my A because there's a big enough gap that I can see what's going on there. I'm just going to stamp that in the center. So the A and the other D are not being put on there yet. It's just this one. Okay, clean that off. Now I am going to grab my Post-it note and I'm going to cover this D here. And I'm going to go into my red ink. And again, I'm not going to add ink to this D. I've got the other D covered up. So now all I have to do is just dip into that ink to get the red. Avoiding this D here. And if I do get any ink on there, I can just wipe that off, just like so. And see how this got covered here? I'm gonna now pull it off, and look, now there's no ink there. Line my other D up with it when I stamp first. Then we're gonna have that there. Pull that off. Okay, I'm gonna toss this so I don't put my hands in it because it is red, and for some crazy reason my fingers are always attracted to red. And I'm gonna put my green, my granny apple green away because I don't need that either. And then now all I have is my last D here, so I'm gonna flip my stamp over and do my blue just like I did with the first D. The only thing that I needed to mat out was when I went to do the A in the center, because I can't get in the middle there with the colors. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I need to fill my inks up. Okay, since this is a clear stamp, I can see exactly where my other letters are going to match up to get that on there, just like so. So there's my dad. Now I guess I should have left those colors out because I was not done, but we're good for now. Let me get this cleaned off. So I am going to place that aside, and I'm going to die cut. Now see, when you have all your, now this is not your normal plate, but this is just the one that I have, just to show you that when you cut out this dotted thing, you're gonna have all, what little bit that did come out of there is gonna be stuck to your cutting plate. All right, so I'm going to cut out using the little matching die that goes to my paintbrushes here. I'm going to cut those out. Oh my gosh, I have something to show you guys. I forgot that I sat it over here. Okay, so there's my first one. Let me get these cut and then I'm going to show you what I found. And I think it is hilarious. And I love them as a kid. And it's so funny to see kind of these nostalgic toys come back. There's my red one. And then now let's get that Azure Afternoon one done. So I told you that last week, me and my mom went shopping. We were at Kohl's, and you know, when you go to pay, there's always those little racks that have like odds and end things placed up there. Well, you guys, look what I found. I like almost peed my pants. It was so funny. I haven't seen one of these in so many years. I had to buy it. So this is, okay, let me open it. See, I haven't even opened it yet. I was saving it for you guys. Do you guys remember water weenies? Oh, you can't even hold on to them. They just keep rotating. Do you guys remember having these as a kid? And they just keep rotating around. Well, this one's kind of funny. It has little plastic dinosaurs in it. Oh, geez. So I had to buy it. I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if my husband remembers having this as a kid. So when I brought it home and I showed it to him, he's like, oh my gosh, it's one of those water weenie things. So I had to buy it. What do they call it? A water snake is what they call it, of course. So I just thought it was so funny. I had to buy it for the kids. I was like, see, the things that we, ooh, and see, it just left gross all over. The toys that we had back in the day were just kind of so different than toys nowadays, but whatever. Okay, so back to our card making here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of scrap here for this next part. So I'm going to grab my Real Red. This is my dark Real Red. And I'm just going to flick just like that. Across there, I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. Make sure I grab Granny Apple Green. Okay. I'm going to flick. I'm going to flip this over though and go this way. Okay, get a little bit of those on there. And then grab my Azure. And do the same thing. Just like that. So you can see some of those little splotches on there. So it looks like paint has kind of just gone all over our thing. The other thing that I wanted to do is I'm going to bring in my large. Now this comes in a 3-pack. These are our water painters. This one has the bigger head on it. So this is where I said I should have left my ink pads out. Now I'm going to place these on here where I want them. I might have this overlap that just a hair, but that matches my colors down below. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my ink pad first. Before I get started, I'm going to squeeze my ink pad together so I get a little bit of ink on the back here. And then I'm going to take my brush and just get a little bit of that ink on the end there. I'm going to pull this up and then just lightly kind of pull some of that ink down like that to just get some of that color going along there. Then I'm going to grab my red. Oops, I need to squeeze it. Get some of that color in there. Okay, come in here and grab some of that red. Pull my paintbrush up and then just kind of take my brush and just like so. Okay. And then take my Azure and do the same thing. Just like that. Perfect. Get some of that ink out of there. And I like to kind of push my brush together to make sure I get it in there so I don't pull any of those bristles back on themselves. Now I'm going to take my dimensionals here. Put one there. I also need my mini dimensionals for up towards the handle. And I'm going to place that one like that. Okay, this one. Look at this. I told you I always get red all over myself, no matter how careful I try to be. Red is one of those colors. It's just inevitable for me to not stay out of it. Okay, let's do another one of these. And I'm going to turn that just like so. Just so it kind of overlaps a little bit over that. But then it kind of just looks like that paint has kind of just come off of those paint brushes a little bit. I really think that kind of gives it a whole different effect. And then, get rid of my scrap. Where did I put my card base? And then this is just going to get adhered right to our card front. Right onto our black. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do in the inside. I need to cut this piece down. I need another 4 by 5 1/4. Now what I think I'm gonna do for the bottom of this, let's see our sentiments first. You're the most awesome dad, and then we can put Happy Father's Day in the inside. We're gonna stamp that. Okay, I'm gonna stamp that in black. Okay, right in the center there. And then, where did my little paintbrush go? And then I'm going to take my paintbrush, clean that off. And again, I put my colors away when I shouldn't have. We have Azure, Granny Apple, and Real Red. Now I'm just going to take the end of my brush here and just kind of get some ink on that. And then I'm just going to pull that down like so. Do the same thing in red. Just kind of pull that down. In my Azure, just kind of pull it down a little bit. I'm just kind of stroking it coming down like that. And then I'm going to do green. Just like so. This one I kind of missed, so let me see if I can line it back up. There we go. That works. Just to bring some of those paint colors back in to the inside of this card as well. If you don't like that look, you can do something different in the inside of your card. But that will then go inside. just to make another sweet little card here. Now we do have, these are called the industrial trinkets. It actually goes with the Adventurous Skies. It goes with this set. If you buy the whole suite collection, you can get these little trinkets. I was actually thinking about putting those up there, but because I've already popped those up, it actually is going to be kind of overkill. But you can add a couple of these. I don't think I like them. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I think I like it just the way it is. I think that would be kind of too much, actually. Trying to think if I have any other like blue or something that we could throw on there, but I don't think so. I think it's fine the way it is. I like it. I don't think it needs any kind of bling or anything. I always have to remember it is a masculine cards. They are not into blingy things. So just with those three primary like colors, I think that turned out really, really cute. I love this card. Can't wait to give it to someone to share, or I hang on to because I make two of them. One that I share with you guys and then one that I keep for myself. I'm excited to give this to one of the men in my family. Maybe I might just use this for my dad. I think that's kind of cute. All right, you guys, let me bring all of these cards in so you can see them again. I hope you guys enjoyed this Father's Day theme class and you give these cards a try. There are so many fun things that you could change on these to, if you don't want it to be a replicate or whatever. You could do so many fun things with these cards. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Actually, on the 30th, I have my Paper Pumpkin Alternative, so I will be live YouTube for that. So don't miss that coming up. That is going to be featuring the best there is. That is those Father's Day cards in that Paper Pumpkin. If you have subscribed to the Paper Pumpkin, or maybe you did prepaid, I am going to be showing this kit right here if I can get it open. Haven't even opened it up yet. It just came a couple days ago. I think it was last week it showed up. Yeah, I think it was exactly last Monday I got it. Here it is. This is all about those masculine cards, and of course they did that for Father's Day coming up. So this is the best there is. So I will be doing alternative cards and possibly a scrapbook page using this. Again, I'll have to get it opened and take a look at it this week and create the cards that I'm going to do. Look at this fun stamp set. I love those trees in there. So hopefully you guys will be able to join me for that. That is, again, that it will be 5 p.m. Pacific time. I will be doing a YouTube live for that. So don't miss that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in here. I so have fun creating these cards for you guys. I hope you give these a try. I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.